Am I gonna be in your way, man?
Yeah.
That
Well,
side's
hell,
open.
man.
That side's open.
Everybody raise your hands for questions. We'll get the microphone over to you. Craig?
So, Coach, now that you guys are officially eliminated from bowl contention, what's the atmosphere like in the locker room for you and the team?
Not so much being eliminated, so much as our last game here in the Alamo Dome, the back end of a season for a senior group that have worked so hard, and again, near and dear because they've been here since 16 upon our arrival. Those guys were here, and they had opportunities to back out of it. Of course, a small class because it was January when we arrived, but the handful that we bought with the class that was already here, just could not be more proud of those young men and the leadership that they've shown with our team. And we went out and we played hard, and we wanted to be able to dedicate this win for them in their last game in the Alamo Dome. This is a very special place. Our university is a special place. Our fans, our school is, and so we wanted to play well for one another more than anything else. And so to fall short on that and not have a win is the thing that hurts those young men. But the effort was there. There were a lot of bright spots in today's game, a lot of improvement that continued with our team, especially falling behind at one point, 20-something to 3, could have easily packed it in, going against our representative of the East, the Conference USA champions, will be the highest scoring offense in our conference. And we traded blows with them. We just couldn't afford because we were playing from behind. So we couldn't afford to go back and forth. And when you turn over the ball, we have some young guys out there that gave everything, and we've rode them this far. And today just wasn't their day in some spots. The good thing, Greg, we got some other guys in though. We got a young JoJo Weeks in the game. We got a Brendan Brady in the game. And we were able to play some guys who have not played substantially throughout the year that we turned to, and they answered the bell. So their hard work showed in their improvement in style of play.
Coach, I think you guys had 401 yards of offense. It's your third game with 400-plus yards. What's your analysis of the offense overall today?
Improving, a constant improving. One that was, early on we were really worried when we were in the hundreds. And now to be in the 400s and to continue to improve in points as well, is something we're proud of. I think this team continues to get better. And we will only get better even in next week. We'll learn from this game. We'll identify the things that we didn't do well, build on them, and move forward. It was an emotional game at the hotel. Usually when I give my fire and brimstone speech to get ready to play, I stepped down and I shared the stage or gave the stage to our seniors and allowed those guys to speak to their team. And it was one that was heartfelt. And you saw it, I think, in our style of play against a very talented team, that those words that they said to one another were sincere, and that the love and compassion and want to see each other do well showed itself.
Coach, is there a mood of disappointment not being able to reach bowl eligibility this season? Again, it was the last game at the Alamo Dome. It was senior day. It was their moment for that. And so the talk today wasn't so much let's get bowl eligible. The talk today was let's go represent well in the Alamo Dome. Let's go compete our behinds off and show that we're worthy and that we can play with the very best teams in our conference. And I thought we did so. I thought we showed that we can play in a never say die spirit. You take those turnovers away, and I think you'll have a more competitive game, but that's part of it. And hats off to that team because they're a very good football team. Their tight end 40 is a Sunday player. He'll play in the National Football League for years to come. We did our best to cover him. We bracketed him, we put under and one underneath, one over top, and then at times we were relegated to when they tried to hide him, that they created matchup issues for us. But he had a huge game on us, and we knew what he was. He's our leading tight end in our conference play, so we did our best to try to contain him. So thank God he'll be going.
Coach, overall, why else were you guys not able to come up with more stops defensively? What were the biggest challenges there?
Again, I think sometimes they're difference makers. I think that guy was a difference maker. It wasn't necessarily where he was uncovered. He was covered, and at times contact was made sincerely with him, and we bounced off of him. And so I think the opponent and the skill of certain people sometimes show its prowess, and I think that was the case in today's game with their tight end. I thought he was a huge difference maker in this football game.
What was the difference with Lowell today that he was not able to replicate the same kind of numbers we've seen the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I don't know. I know he wanted to play well. They don't intentionally go out there and want to throw an errant pass or an interception or not do well. He practiced well. His intentions were well. It just didn't click for him today. And so when JoJo got in the game, I thought it clicked for him today. He actually pulled a zone read and escaped and extended plays. I was so proud of him doing those things. And I thought, just so many bright things. I thought Lucas played his best game from a punt standpoint. But I don't know. I don't know why it didn't click for Lowell. You practice, you give him the looks, the anticipation of what's going to be there, and it has to happen in a game. And so at times it didn't today. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Frank.